What's up, guys? How are you guys doing today? I want to show you guys a quick way to cut down significant amounts of time on your Nightfall when you're trying to get the Rat King. You want to do it with 5 minutes or more left on the clock. So the way you can do that quickly is getting a group together that you're down with to kind of just make things smooth. It's not too difficult to do. You just have to follow certain rules and you'll have enough time to do it. As soon as you start, you want to jump right on your Sparrow and speed right there to the mission location. So as soon as you get there, just take out the addies or take out all of the guys in the front, right? So this shouldn't take you too long. Just make sure you clear them quick, because what you want is for the console to appear at the front as quick as possible. So I tend to use my heavy here. I'll throw a grenade and use my rocket launcher to clear out these guys quick. In order to get the Rat King, you have to do a quest on Titan called Enemy of My Enemy, and that'll only start after you clear the entire story campaign and you start to do your patrol set of missions that you'll get from Cade. Once you do that, Enemy of My Enemy will appear on Titan. You clear that. I think it's a 3-parter if I'm not mistaken. Once you do the 3-parter, you'll get an item in your kinetic weapon slot. It'll be the Rat King. Once you've cleared out the enemies, the console will appear at the front. If you're pretty good, you could jump early or just hover there for a little while and the floor will appear under you, but we're gonna wait here just to be safe. So this is a good way to cut time. Just skip that center rock right there and just jump straight across, and you've got it. You can see the Rat King looks pretty cool, I gotta admit. So here you see the first transport ring. This is a standard ring. You don't have to worry about this. Just jump across, and as soon as you get there, you'll see some Cabal on the front side there. I like to just throw a grenade and keep running through and ignore all the additional enemies here. Don't worry about them. Try to get past them as quick as possible. They will shoot slows, so be careful of that. Don't get caught in the slow right here. Once you get through the ring, you and your fire team should roll around the corner and just keep a light pace. It'll be fine. Don't worry too much about it. Don't pressure yourself. So once you get to the anchor, you're gonna slide down and you'll be on a top platform which will face across to the enemies, and you'll see a room locked at the other end there. So this is a portion where you have to fight, and then you'll encounter your first ring, right? So take this time to clear out the additional enemies on the far side and make it a lighter load by clearing out the Centurion down at the bottom. The Rat King is a kinetic sidearm, and it happens to, I believe it stealths you, and it also buffs you. The buff is you'll get a damage bonus for every Rat King enabled, so I believe it's up to 6 in a raid, and if you're in proximity, you get that damage bonus. Once you've cleared out the enemies here, the next thing you're going to want to do is activate the rings. So this is the part where your fire team comes into play. When you activate the rings, there's a left, right, and center set of rings. If you look here, this will be your first ring. On the left side, it'll be almost a straight path. On the right side, it's another straight path across. But in the center, you notice that you have to jump through forward, drop down into the second ring, and then once you take the jump path up, you'll get to the third ring, and this will give you guys a couple of minutes significantly. So once you clear out the rest of the enemies, just take your time and rush through the corner here. This is another spot you can use to save a ton of time when you're coming through. Just cut through the side here and jump across all these enemies. Ignore them completely. Just drop down and you'll avoid the fire, but control your pace of the fall. Fall damage is really weird in Destiny 2. Ignore all of the Cabal sitting on the top there, and don't worry about the damage. You don't have to worry too much yet. As soon as you get to the bottom platform here, jump on your Sparrow again and speed across. You can cut this entire area and save yourself a good 30-40 seconds. So I'm trying for the left side because there are 2 bunkers on either side, and they both have yellow enemies inside. So I believe 2 Centurions are here, but you also have to worry about the top. There's a guy with an auto grenade launcher, so just take out this goblin. You don't want to get sniped and shoot the guy across on the side. Have your team focus him if possible, but if you're the only one, it's no problem. Don't worry about it. You just want to get him out of the way because he'll cause a lot of damage. Most of the other enemies, you can avoid their damage just by being on top of the bunker like this. Here, if you have super saved up, you can use it, but I wouldn't advise just using it yet. But yeah, why not against the yellows in the bunkers? Once he's done and you've lightened the load on this area, you're going to want to head towards the ring in the back. So don't activate the ring as soon as you get here. Just wait a second until you clear the dense amount of enemies in the area. So once you've cleared them out, you're going to want to go towards this ring. It'll be the same scenario, a left, right, and center set of rings. I'm going for the right set here, which is a straight path. You jump through this ring, it'll give you 30 seconds, an additional 30 seconds for this other ring, and another. So you get about a minute and a half just on each side. And I think we got all the rings in each direction here. So once that's open, just flip the switch. As soon as that jump pad opens, head right through and clear the enemies on the far side. If you make it last, just throw a grenade to help out your enemies, help out your fire team. Drop down into this path right here and activate the switch. Here I like the super because you're gonna fight a lot of these guys here with blades, and dogs will come in, so the enemies are going to get really dense. Here is straightforward. You just wait until the jump pad activates and turns around, so just try to hold off and clear the enemies as quick as possible, and then jump across and you got it. Avoid all of these enemies completely. Don't worry about them. Don't spend too much time fighting them. Don't spend any time fighting them if you don't have to. You can just run across and drop down. The same thing as when you dropped from the other high point, only you don't need to activate your sparrow when you get down. I suggest running through the sparrow. Activating your sparrow here can cause a lot of unexpected problems. So here's the last set of rings you can get to add to your time before you fight the boss. So you just want to jump through. It'll be the same thing again, but only you'll be middle, bottom, and high paths to get rings. So as soon as you jump through, it'll start. You'll see them up. Have your fire team spread out and do the same process. Once you get those rings, jump across and run through, and you'll enter the boss room in just a second. Watch out for the drop there. You can take fall damage unexpectedly. So now that you're in the inverted spire, you're going to want to activate as soon as possible, even if your fire team is not there yet, to start the boss timer, because the timer is not going to stop for you. So clear out these addies right here and just wait for him to arrive. Once they're down, he'll pop up. You can do a bit of damage while he's on the platform, and that'll cause him to shift. He'll shift to the right first, so he'll do like a quick teleport. Just pile on that damage early. I bring arc weaponry to save for later, because you're going to need it. Well, most of the time when damage switches to arc, I like the cold fusion weapon. Just pile on that damage. We've almost got him pushed in less than 20 seconds. Again, here, if you position yourself right, you don't have to worry about additional enemies. You can just focus on piling damage on the boss, and he'll dissipate the floor and go to the next area. Time to drop. Alright, here, once you drop down, just wait a couple seconds. He'll be immune to damage, and then you can pile the damage right back on. Just keep it focused. Focus on the head only, and you'll get crits. And avoid his splash into the ground here. Just jump up. If you have any of your skills that allow you to hover, you'll be fine. Next, you'll get to the last platform. He'll dissipate the floor again. Just keep pushing. Pile on that damage. Once damage switches to arc, you will completely melt him. Just take off the head and then focus the body. As I said, cold fusion comes in perfect here. It just melts him. And there you have it. Once that's done, you should have plenty of time on the clock. This wasn't the most perfect run, and we still had about 2 minutes to spare, and we got ourselves the Rat King. So this is how you can cut significant amount of time. It's nothing insane. Just know your route, know where to fight, where to pick your battles, where you don't have to fight. Jump through and skip a lot, and make sure that you have your fire team spread out to collect those rings. If you want to like and subscribe, you can do that as well. If not, I will check you guys later. Have a good day. This is how you do it.